Okay, how about trackbacks and pingbacks? How do they work? We've seen them come up a couple of times here. Well, I'm still in my edit post page for the post that you and I created together, this welcome to my new blog post. And I'm going to scroll down past the body content, past the excerpt field for the post. And then here we have send trackbacks, and we have a send trackbacks to field here. Now let me explain trackbacks first, and then we'll talk about pingbacks. Essentially, trackbacks, well, first of all, they're used by older blogging tools like Movable Type, for example. That's another blogging platform. And essentially what it does is it lets another blog know that you're referencing them. So say, for example, if you were to write a post that links to another blog's post, well, you can let that other blog know that you're sending them a link, that you're linking up to their post. Now, to get a trackback to work, you have to use a special trackback URL or a special trackback link that's provided by the blog that you're linking to. Does that make sense? So in other words, if I want to create a link to a blog post on someone else's blog, I've got to use their special trackback link to make that happen. And this trackback link usually appears below the post, just above the comments, either as plain text or as a hyperlink. And I would take their trackback URL or their trackback link, and I would paste it into this field here, send trackbacks to, and I would paste in that URL. And you can see here that I can have multiple URLs if I want. I can separate URLs with spaces. Here you can read up on it a little bit. Trackbacks are a way to notify legacy blog systems that you've linked to them. If you link to other WordPress blogs, they'll be notified automatically using pingbacks. No other action is necessary. And you know, that's a great segue into pingbacks. What the heck is a pingback? Well, here's the deal. A pingback is essentially the same thing. It allows you to notify a blog that you've created a post that's linking back to them, but rather than dealing with this whole idea of a trackback URL or a trackback link, what you can do is simply put the link of the blog post directly into your blog's post, and a pingback will be created automatically for you. So it's really, really easy to work with. So that's really the idea behind trackbacks and pingbacks. So again, trackbacks are a little older. They're not really used that often anymore. You might still see that trackback link inside other people's blog posts, but really a lot of people are using this WordPress platform now, and they're of course making use of pingbacks because they're set up automatically, which is fantastic. And just a quick reminder, if I scroll down towards the bottom below the discussion area there, we have allow trackbacks and pingbacks on this page. Alright, I'm going to show you one more thing here related to setting up our trackbacks and pingbacks. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back to the settings menu here on the left hand side. Go ahead and expand that menu open, and we're looking for our discussion sub item there. And inside the discussion settings, again, we'll talk about a lot of these different settings here, but we want to make sure that underneath default article settings, attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article, from our posts. And I'll just collapse down my browser here a bit so we can see the full text there. And you can see there in brackets, slows down your posting just a little bit. And then allow link notifications from other blogs, so when people are linking to your posts. And there's our pingbacks and our trackbacks. So I hope all of that makes sense.